Hi, this is Alan Richards, and I'd like to talk to you about book creation and book marketing. So this series is the first in a series about the mistakes I see as a Kindle book publisher that are really widespread, and I'd like to show you how you can identify what those mistakes are and what to do instead. So first of all, let's have a look at some book mistakes. I'd like to show you some examples of terrible book covers. Now this is from the site Lousy Book Covers. So if you just go to Google and type in lousy book covers, you'll see some of these. Now I shouldn't need to explain why these are terrible, but I mean, this is a hand-drawn one that's got a terrible font, terrible cover, doesn't give you any idea of what the book is about. It's a novel, okay, but you know, it's ghastly. I mean, just because you can do a cover, and I don't think this person can, then you shouldn't. Get a professional to do it. So that's the first one. This one is just really awful. Hand drawn again, and some terrible font choices, terrible everything really. Mary and the Scary Cloud. This one, on the face of it, seems a little bit better, but not very good photoshopping of the three people together who are clearly from different pictures. The typography is just ghastly. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different fonts on that page. That's just really awful, and it's laid out really badly. That one, hand drawn again, terrible font choice. I mean, really, nobody's going to pick that up. This one, not sure what happened to the layout there. The layout's terrible. 3 fonts there again. The layout is absolutely ghastly. The rows is compressed for some reason, God knows. So that's awful. But you get the picture. Have a look at these. Have a look at Lousy Book Covers. Just Google it. And you'll get an idea of what's really bad. This is my favorite, Murderous Justice. Somebody wants to sell that book. Can you imagine? Just really awful. So you get the picture. You shouldn't create a book cover yourself, and you shouldn't get somebody who's got no talent to create a book cover. So what could you do instead? Well, let's just go and show you. So here we are on Amazon. You can either go to amazon.com or amazon.co.uk if you're in the UK. Amazon.com has a better selection of books, so you might find that more useful. Now, let's first of all have a look at the Kindle books, because that's primarily what we're talking about. And let's say your category is diets, and let's say it's ketogenic diets. Ketogenic diet in Kindle store. There you go. Now what this will do is show you the top selling books for the phrase ketogenic diet. Now what we want to do is we want to make sure there's a large number of books in this category, and you can do that simply by scrolling down, and you can see there's a whole load of this, pages upon pages of these. So you've picked a popular area to publish your book. But specifically what we want to do in this video is we want to check what the book covers actually look like, to see if there's any consistency in the best-selling books. So what I can see straight away from this is that virtually all of the books have pictures of food. and they're pictures, they're photographs rather than illustrations. I mean, there's an exception. That's a bit of an exception. But all of these on the front page have pictures of food. So your book perhaps should have examples of ketogenic food. And mainly, there are exceptions, but mainly they're one image of a type of ketogenic food, and also there's a lot of consistency in the typography, in the fonts. Most of them are sans serif, and there's a lot of and in terms of the layout, they're at the title is at the top. You can see. Let's have a look at the second page. See if there's any consistency there. Again, pictures of food, title at the top, sans serif. I'm seeing quite a lot of white on dark, white text on dark backgrounds. And if we have a look again the consistency of food, and primarily it's one picture. There's an exception. That's a cartoony kind of look. That's slightly different. It's got a person, but in the main, they're pictures of food. One picture of food with title at the top, sans serif, predominantly white, and a lot of them you'll notice have ketogenic in the title as well. So that's, if you wanted to get a book that looked as if it was part of that, part of this group of books, of best-selling books, you probably want ketogenic in your title. You want a picture of food. You want a simple layout. You want probably a picture of one foodstuff, possibly darkish with light non-serif font, possibly white. So there we are. How long did that take us? 3 or 4 minutes, and you've got the look, the standard look of best-selling books in this category. So if you were going to do a book, that's what I would recommend. You can brief your graphic designer, your cover designer on that type of look, and he or she will go away and produce you a book like that. For your book itself, I would recommend using Fiverr.com and look at people who specialize in Kindle books, and look for people who, if you can, specialize in diet books. Brief them, pay them the money, and there we are. That's your cover sorted. So hope that was useful. This is Alan Richards. Until next time, see ya.